Hey everybody, it's Michael Seiler from GotchaRocks.com, and today I wanted to show you how to use ring bending pliers, which are these guys right here. And these are great for bending any type of metal. And it's just, I found, probably one of the best tools for making rings or bending metal to, shape to make a pendant or anything like that that's out there. So I just wanted to show you how to use them. Some real basic steps that people usually miss, and we'll get right into it. So here's a close-up of the pliers from the front end and the side end. You'll notice we have two prongs right here, and this is used to bend the metal. And then we have one prong here, and this will clamp down on the metal. So there are two basic things that you need to know with these pliers. One is how far to push the metal in when you first start and what end to start on. Two is how much pressure to apply to the pliers so that you don't completely demolish the project that you're trying to work. All right, so the first step in making a ring is to figure out what size, and there's a chart that you can use, and I'll put this on the website for you to download. I'm going to try to make a size 7, and I'll just tell you that the chart, they're all slightly different, so I always say add on at least maybe 4 millimeters onto whatever they say. So for this particular one, I have this piece of stock, and we're going to do 60 millimeters. So this is what we're going to do. So I've measured out 60 millimeters here. Each one of these is a millimeter. So here's 60, and we're going to measure to the inside here. So I'm just going to put a little mark, and I'm using a scribe. If you don't have a scribe, you can make a scribe, and it's just a nail connected to a dowel rod. Or you can use a permanent marker, which is temporary, and so just make a mark there. Now I've added on a little bit more, so this is what I'm actually going to cut. All right, so starting with an upstroke at our mark, and that'll create a little divot for the saw blade to run in, and we're going to gently, I'm not pushing hard on the saw blade, I'm going to cut across. Let the saw do the work. All right, the next step is to file the ends, and what we're going for is a very clean and flat surface, or flat plane. Right there. We're going to do the other side. The idea is that when you put these two ends together, they have two ends that butt up against each other and kind of mirror each other, and then there will be no gaps. Okay. Once you have your piece cut, and we've got the right size and everything, we've filed the ends so that when we put them together they meet flush. The next thing to do is use our ring bending pliers, which I talked about in the beginning. What not to do is don't try to just put your piece in like this and bend it. What will happen is you'll get one flat piece, and then the rest of your ring that you're making is going to be round, and you're going to have to figure out how to flatten that out. So if everything is curved properly, it'll be a lot easier to put together. So you start like this. You barely put the metal into the pliers, and I'll show you right here. So it's barely in. Not like this. Like this. Just grab the end. And when you push on this and it slips out, you have probably just enough. So you want just enough that it'll hold it. All right, so what you do once you have it clamped in is you push away from yourself just a little bit, and that's it. And what you get is a perfect round end. All right, so you do the same on the other side. Just pinch it in, go like this, push away from yourself, and you have another round end. See that? Should look like cow horns. All right. From there, gently, I call it the creepy handshake. Just creepy handshake this all the way around. All right, so you might ask yourself, what is the creepy handshake? Have you ever shaken somebody's hand and then all of a sudden it's not quite as firm as you thought it would be? It's kind of maybe just a little bit soft. Well, that's how you want to use these pliers. You want to just very softly squeeze. So here's an example of the creepy handshake. Hey, nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too.
Way around. Creepy handshake. Now you're going to see these two ends are going to, not align up exactly. Just go like this, open it up slightly with your fingers, and keep creepy handshaking that. Okay? So you're going to get something that kind of looks like this. Not perfect yet. So if this side's up, you want to work on this side and pinch it down a little bit. Sorry, this side's up. Go to that side and pinch it. Okay, starting to get round. Now our idea for this is just simply to get these two ends to meet so that they go like this, they're not like this, or like this, or like this, or like this. So once they meet kind of in the middle, what I like to do is think of this as 12 o'clock, think of this as 6 o'clock. Go down to 6 o'clock, and this is going all the way in like this, and just give it a pinch. Sometimes a couple little pinches. Now, you have these two ends. You have these two ends that meet. Now there's still a little gap there and we can fix that later, but I want to just show you how to use the pliers and this will bring it together. So from here, you can clean up the seam and solder it and you'll be done. Okay, so we've made our ring. So the next thing that you would have to do is clean up this seam, apply your solder, and we'll go through how to apply the solder in a different video. There's about 5 or 6 different ways. One that I prefer, and I'll show you that. And then once it's soldered together, you'll put it on a ring mandrel and just round it out a little bit, and you should have a ring that you can make whatever you want on top of it. Set stones, engrave on it, look at it weird, I don't know. You'll have a ring. Hey, how are you doing?